In the coldest ocean on Earth, where the water sits near freezing and the sun vanishes for months, a silent hunter moves through the dark. It does not chase. It waits, senses, and strikes only when the moment is right. This is the world of the Antarctic sleeper shark. Subscribe now because this hunt is only just beginning. Just before we continue, we're new to YouTube and we've just created this channel for wildlife enthusiasts like you, and we need your support to keep moving forward. Consider subscribing to help us continue our adventure as long as possible. The Southern Ocean is not a forgiving place. The water here sits close to freezing for most of the year, and in winter the sun barely rises at all. Currents tear through the dark at speed strong enough to move ice sheets the size of small towns. For most sharks, this world is simply too harsh to survive in. Their blood would freeze, their bodies would shut down. But a small number of species have found a way through, and one of them has turned this frozen world into its hunting ground. To survive here, an animal needs more than thick skin. The southern sleeper shark carries high levels of a compound called TMAO in its blood, a kind of natural antifreeze that keeps its cells working in water that would stop most other fish cold. It also holds onto urea in its blood and tissue, a trick that helps balance pressure in deep, cold water where buoyancy and chemistry both turn against an ordinary animal. These are not small advantages. They are the reason this shark is here at all, while so many others are not. You'll see in a few moments how that same slow, steady biology becomes the secret behind a hunting style unlike almost any other shark on the planet. Meet the predator at the center of this story. The southern sleeper shark grows past 4 meters with a thick, heavy body and a dark, almost blue-gray skin that disappears into deep water. It looks slow, it looks tired even, but that appearance is exactly the point. This shark does not need speed because everything around it has slowed down too, including its prey. It can live for decades, growing slowly in a world where food is scattered and energy must be spent with care. Every part of its body, from its lips built for suction to its teeth built for slicing, is shaped for a hunting life built on patience rather than chase. The porbeagle shark can warm parts of its own body above the surrounding water, giving it short, fast bursts of speed that the sleeper shark could never match. 2 sharks, 2 answers to the same cold problem, and only one of them built for the long, dark hunts we are about to follow. Speed is not the sleeper shark's weapon. Its senses are. Tiny organs around its snout, called the ampullae of Lorenzini, can detect the faint electrical signals given off by any living creature nearby, even one hiding in total darkness. Its sense of smell can pick up the trace of blood or flesh from a great distance. A line of sensors along its body, called the lateral line, picks up the smallest vibration in the water, a twitch of a fin, a kick of a tail, long before anything comes into view. And through all of this, the shark barely moves. It glides instead of swims, sending almost no pressure wave ahead of it, so that nothing it is hunting feels it coming. This shark does not need to be fast. It needs to be quiet, patient, and almost impossible to detect. And that combination is about to be tested against 3 very different animals, each one a completely different kind of challenge. From the icy surface, we now drop into the deep, dark water where this hunt truly begins. Far below the surface, in water so deep that sunlight has never reached it, the colossal squid lives. This is one of the largest invertebrates on the planet, with thick tentacles lined with sharp hooks and a beak strong enough to tear flesh apart. Most predators avoid it. The sleeper shark does not. The shark approaches with almost no movement at all, letting the current carry it forward rather than swimming hard against the dark. There is no pressure wave to warn the squid, no splash, no sudden motion. The shark relies on smell and on faint electrical signals from the squid's own muscles to track it through water with zero visibility. When the distance closes, the shark does not lunge the way a great white might. It opens its wide mouth and uses suction, drawing in flesh and tissue with raw force, while its cutting teeth slice through anything too large to swallow whole. This is not always a clean fight. A colossal squid that senses the attack in time can fight back hard, driving its hooked tentacles into the shark's thick skin. But that skin is built to take punishment, and stomach studies from sleeper sharks have turned up huge amounts of squid remains, in some cases larger pieces than even sperm whales are known to take down. In the crushing dark of the deep sea, the sleeper shark may be one of the most effective squid hunters alive. From these deep, hidden battles, we now rise toward the surface, where a very different kind of prey rests near the edge of the ice. Antarctic fur seals and southern elephant seals spend much of their time resting at the surface or hauled out near the ice edge, often in the early hours when they are least alert. It is exactly this moment that the sleeper shark waits for. The shark rises slowly from below, using low light and its dark coloring to stay hidden until the very last second. There is no chase here, no long pursuit across open water. The shark simply closes the gap while the seal sleeps or drifts, unaware that anything is near. When the strike comes, it is sudden, a fast bite or suction pull, aimed at a resting body that never saw the attack begin. Scientists have found seal remains, and in rare cases even dolphin remains, inside sleeper shark stomachs, evidence that this is not just scavenging on dead animals, but active, deliberate hunting. The technique echoes something seen in the sleeper shark's cold water cousin, the Greenland shark, which has also been recorded approaching sleeping prey with the same slow, careful stealth. These encounters are rare, and most attempts likely end without a kill. But when they succeed, they remind us that this slow-looking giant is capable of taking down some of the fastest swimmers in the Southern Ocean, simply by choosing the one moment they are not swimming at all. From the tense quiet of a seal colony, the hunt now shifts toward the seafloor, where a steadier, more constant meal awaits. Closer to the bottom of the Southern Ocean, the Patagonian toothfish moves through cold, dark water in large numbers. Known commercially as Chilean sea bass, this fish is one of the most important food sources in this entire ecosystem, and the sleeper shark takes full advantage of it. Here, the hunt looks different again. The shark uses its lateral line to pick up the vibration of schooling fish or an injured individual struggling nearby. Its sense of smell also draws it toward an unexpected food source, the discarded catch and bait left behind by deep-sea fishing operations. Once close, the shark uses suction to inhale smaller fish whole, while larger toothfish are taken with targeted, precise bites. This is low-energy hunting, perfectly suited to a cold environment where wasting effort can mean the difference between survival and starvation. Stomach content studies show the diet does not stop at toothfish either. Crabs, smaller fish, and other bottom dwellers all make their way into the sleeper shark's wide, patient mouth. This steady, opportunistic feeding may be the quiet backbone of the species' survival, far less dramatic than a squid battle or a seal ambush, but just as important to its life in this harsh world. The southern sleeper shark sits near the top of its food web, linking the deep sea to the surface in a way few other animals can. By feeding on squid, seals, and fish across different depths, it helps balance populations that might otherwise grow unchecked, while also carrying energy from one part of this ecosystem to another. Life here is still far from easy. The cold limits how fast this shark can grow, how often it can reproduce, and how much prey is available at any given time. Bycatch from toothfish fishing lines poses a real threat, often catching sharks that were never the target. Climate change adds another layer of uncertainty, as warming waters may allow new shark species to move into this region, increasing competition for food. Because so little research has been done in these remote waters, scientists still know very little about how vulnerable this species truly is, and many believe stronger protections are needed before that knowledge gap becomes a serious loss. In one of the most extreme environments on Earth, the southern sleeper shark continues its slow, silent existence, hunting giants in the deep, seals at the surface, and fish near the seafloor. It survives not through speed, but through patience built over a long, cold lifetime. As it fades back into the dark water, the Southern Ocean keeps its secrets, and somewhere below, the next hunt has already begun. I still hope there will be even more suspense and surprising moments waiting in the hunts still ahead. If you want to keep exploring this hidden world with us, subscribe now, because we are only just getting started.